used 11 unique combinations to start on defense this year. Yet you're 9-3. What does that say about the depth that you guys have built? You know, even though you lose Vaughn, the guys you have that can step up still.
Yeah, it's been a year. You know, you always, no matter what predictions are, adversity always strikes. You don't know when. And it started early with losing Micah and Dane in that first game. We got him back, and but you know, I think Sean and the coaches have done a great job of having the next man ready to roll, and our guys, they just that whole thing that Vaughn brought about don't blink. The guys have done a great job. Yeah, we've had some bumps and not everything's been pretty, but it's part of the deal. And you know, we're confident that with Vaughn out, you know, these young guys will step up.
What can you tell us about the nature of that injury, as you're aware of it? You know, exploratory surgery, what was revealed, and what his recovery is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, he he flew to Dallas on Monday and saw Dr. Cooper down there, and you know, I was aware that, you know, it was a possibility, you know, all crossing our fingers, but that, you know, you see more when you go in there, and you know, you're hoping it's just a clean out of a scope and get him back. And that's my comments last week, where we were hopeful. That's why we went ahead and put him on IR to start the clock in hopes that he could be back. But yeah, once Dr. Cooper got in there, he felt, you know, it wasn't going to hold, and he needed you know, a repair.
Is this one of those situations where really, like, the swelling had to go down to kind of really get a full scope of everything, like we hear about with these injuries?
Yeah, I mean, you just try and you know, rehab the guys, make their quads stronger, everything else, because it'll help them come out of whatever it is. And you know, it's still good, swelling down. But yeah, you have images, but you also have open. You know, when you really see in there, you see clearly. And Dr. Cooper's a, you know, well-respected doc, and we were all on board that you know, he was a good guy to go in and do this. And unfortunately, that it is what it is. But you know, I'm a half glass full guy. You know, from that standpoint, you know, we think if everything goes well, rehab, you know, we'll have him for most of 2023.
Brandon, how confident are you in the younger guys that you previously mentioned that they are ready to take an expanded role? AJ, Greg, Boogie, Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, very confident. We believe in these guys, and I think when their number's been called, I think they've all shown improvement this year. I think you've seen it out of each one. The other day, I thought Boogie had his best game, you know, with Vaughn out. Love his physicality he played with. AJ, you know, came off an ankle, you know, and he's still, you know, he's doing well. All these guys will have to step up. Greg's had a really good year. Same thing, coming off an ankle. And then Shaq, you know, we forget about Shaq, but he's done a great job, great energy. And we believe in these guys. Vaughn has helped these guys already with just some of the things he's taught them, whether it's moves, whether it's preparation, film, all those things. So he's going to be back here, and that's the thing. I talked to Vaughn last night. Once he can fly and get back here, he's going to be around to help, and I'm excited to get him back.
Yeah, kind of the big talk about today is the investment you made in Von Miller, and obviously losing him, but you look at the draft, what you've done in terms of that defensive front through the years here to prepare for seasons like this one. There's also that investment that needs to really pay off, right?
Yeah, no doubt, Adam. It's time for those guys, and I think they're all ready for their moment. They're excited. Yes, they hate to lose Vaughn like we do, but they're trained competitors, and they're like, hey, when my number's called, I'm going to be ready. And I thought game one, those guys all stepped up. Now it's about backing it up, you know, week after week.
Brandon, you talked about this scenario, Brandon, about this is a reason why you've said you don't like to dive in deep in free agency, that you spend big money on a guy and then he gets hurt and, you know, it's for nothing. Is there, obviously there is some frustration now, but do you look back on that decision any differently now?
No. I mean, you can't. I mean, ACLs happen all the time. It's, you know, he's on the turf, you get rolled on wrong and it went. That can happen with a 23-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 40, any of us. Vaughn has been great for us, not only as a player, but the championship mentality, all the things he's brought to our team, and he's going to continue. He's going to come back. This guy's not hanging it up. He's determined. He was excited when I talked to him last night. Hated that it happened, but he already had his focus on his rehab and coming back here, helping this team finish the season strong, and then he'll be here this offseason. So, no, I'm surely glad we got Von Miller.